overheated. Like my case is meant for cooling. It's a cooling case. But anyhow, we back. Starting back over at the Fidelity stage. Over here for Satchmo Fest in New Orleans. And we'll get back closer to it in a minute, but I'm just getting my food. Got all kinds of good food around. If you want a drink, you gotta go for the daiquiri. Then just mix it up and make what you want out of it. Got the acai bowls. The acai bowl's good. Now, you gotta build your own over there back at the Caribbean area, like the jerk chicken, just jerk chicken, no nothing, no base, no rice, no plantain. You gotta buy all that. That Neville family has a lot of entertainers. I mean, a lot. That's a deep family. So we know there'll be a minute before they even get ready to start again. So we're going back over to Delta stage. Thanks for joining back. Had my phone just overheat on me for whatever reason, even though I have a cooling case on it. It makes no sense. But anyhow, we're gonna try to get on through. Excuse me. Pardon me.
I'll take a steak.
So we head back this way. If you didn't know, this is Satchmo Festival in New Orleans. This is a free festival. People, you're welcome. Anybody can join in and pop in and show up to this festival. You don't have to pay. But they do ask for you to donate. So there is like QR code, and I've been passing by and like kind of catching that QR code from time to time. If anybody wants to like contribute to it and roll up and show up to this stuff. Same thing as French Quarter Festival. French Quarter Festival is also free, but they also ask you to donate. So there's a QR code for that, and we try to support them so that they can come out with more of these free concerts for us. Here's where we're at now. We already had Dorian play. We already had Trombone Talk Tribute. So now they're on Kid Chocolate. Charmaine Neville just wrapped up. And the next act over there at the Fidelity won't be until around 3:30. So it's around 3 o'clock. So our best bet is this one over here. We catch out Kid Chocolate. Now the sun is going down, it's getting a little bit more shady over here. I like it. Let's get over here. So I don't have to cook. Burn. As a matter of fact, I might put the tripod up while they get all set up. That way I can eat and watch. I hope you all are doing well. Enjoying some of these good concert vibes. We try to keep them going. There was a lot going on this weekend. We had basically a fishing tournament. We had our white linen night, and we had this as well. It was a stacked deck. There we go. Now I can eat. Oh, let me zoom That's tasty. Crunchy too.
All right, while they getting everything together, I need to bring someone up here. I need y'all to help me wish her a happy birthday. The sponsor of this stage from Delta Utilities, come on up here. Introduce yourself.
Welcome to one of New Orleans' most loved celebrations, Satchmo SummerFest!
Yeah.
Oh, hi. We're here to honor the extraordinary life of Louis Armstrong, a true cultural icon, my absolute personal favorite, and someone whose spirit still echoes through every trumpet, every beat, and every part of the city. I'm Taryn Brown. I am the Chief Legal Officer of Delta Utilities, and we at Delta are very proud to serve you as your trusted natural gas provider. that we're just as proud to be an enthusiastic supporter of this incredible free festival.
Yeah.
Along with our music, culture, and food, we love our natural gas in New Orleans. As a proud New Orleanian, I can tell you that this festival represents the very best of what we are. We have the world's best musicians, the best chefs, the best restaurants, and a vibrant community that works hard to preserve and share our one-of-a-kind culture. So, as he said, what makes this weekend special, that it is my birthday today.
Wow.
Thank you. And I'm surrounded by the things I love most, my family and friends. I accompany all of you, New Orleans jazz, and incredible music. So, Satchmo SummerFest has always held a special place in my heart. Even when I lived in New York City for many years, I would fly down to New Orleans specifically for this festival. It's more than just a festival. It's a reminder and a testament to how one extraordinary musician from Treme, just over there, changed the world and music. So, whether a lifelong resident or visiting our beautiful city for the first time, welcome to the family. Enjoy this incredible music on our Delta Utility stage. Enjoy the food. Be sure to connect with our wonderful community, and let's make sure to make this Satchmo Fest one to remember. All right, thank you.
Thank you, and happy birthday once again. All right, Satchmo Festival 2025.
Yes, I am still
y'all ready
leading.
for some more live music?
Yeah, more music.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how y'all gonna do me? I said, y'all ready for some more live music?
Yeah.
Well, put your hands together and welcome to the stage. Presented to you by Jones Walker. Show the love for Kid Chocolate and the Free POC. y'all. This was a song I used to play with my old boss, a man by the name of Dr. John. But it must have been the wrong your hands together one time for Keiko Kumaga on the keys.
Yeah.
You also heard from Max Bronstein on the guitar. Give it up.
All right.
You heard from these next gentlemen as well, but we're going to hear a little more from them on this next number. Give it up for the Groove Guardian, Terrence Houston on the drums.
Yeah.
Also on the drums, Milk does a body good. Give it up for Milk Williams on the drums. Keep your bodies moving, y'all. We're also going to hear from this young man on one of these next selections. It's also his birthday Tuesday.
Oh, happy birthday.
He's making 21 years old.
Legal.
Give it up for Mike Bass on the bass, y'all. And you heard a whole lot from this fella. Give it up for the legend, the one and only Jun Yamagishi on the guitar. On the slide trombone, he's a serial YouTuber. He has a band, swinging in New Orleans, Soul Man 504 on YouTube, all kind of stuff going on. My partner in crime, we've been playing together since we was 11 years old. Give it up for the one there on the Stephen Walker stretch. Soul Man 504 on the trombone.
All right, YouTuber.
This next young man, it's also his birthday Tuesday. We have two birthdays on the same day of the band. It's also his birthday Tuesday. He'll be making, not 21, he'll be a little younger. He'll be making 17 years old. Goodness gracious.
He can't drink.
This is my son. He also has a gig coming up Thursday, August 7th. Thursday, August 7th at Cafe Istanbul with his quintet, which is going to feature the Young Lions of New Orleans. This is the next generation of jazz music right here. This is my son, Deuce Brown on the trumpet.
All right, Deuce. All right.
Make sure y'all come out. That's going to be his birthday celebration Thursday, y'all. He said if you don't come, you don't love him. On the saxophone, my partner in crime, y'all. We do a lot of work together. Give it up for the one on the Chris Royal on the saxophone.
Yeah.
My name is Kid Chocolate. This is the Free POC. And this band, we play what I'm calling brass, blues, funk music. And, you know, people are passing away. Dr. John passed away. We got James Brooklyn. People from the Beatles are passing away. And I feel a real gap in the sound of New Orleans since those people are passing. When you go hear live music, I miss hearing that. So I put a band together to play it. And also, in honor of Louis Armstrong, we're gonna play this next song, our rendition of it. Oh, by the way, we have a relative of Louis Armstrong on the stage. I didn't know before I got married to my wife that her grandmother was the first cousin of Louis Armstrong. So everything is full circle. So my son is a cousin, a first cousin, two or three times removed of Louis Armstrong. So it's appropriate for us to be at this festival playing this next song. This is our rendition of the St. James Infirmary. By the way, the dance floor is wide open. song. Some of us up here, myself and Stretch, used to play with this fella by the name of Bob French, an original tuxedo jazz band. 105 years old man, the oldest jazz band still performing. And I was digging through some music, and I found this album by the Storyville Jazz Band with Bob French and George French and Melvin Lansing and a whole bunch of legends. And they played this song right here, and I said, wow, it would really be nice to recreate and reimagine that song. So that's what we did. The name of this song is Here Comes the Funky Man. Thank y'all. We're the Free PLC.
Once again, beautiful people, keep talking in Free PLC. We love you. We love you. Have a safe and good night. Good night. Good night. Good day. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good. Have a great.
All right. Back to the other stage. Let's go. Just gotta toss this real quick.
We'll scroll down.
Sure, no problem. Thanks. All right. On to the next spot. That looks comfortable. It's starting to kind of have the sun go down a little bit, get a little bit of
Satchmo
shade,
SummerFest is the only festival in Louisiana.
get a little bit nicer over here.
This free event is produced by French Quarter Festivals, a non-profit organization showcasing the world's cultures and spiritual.
Let's check out this next spot. I might have been too close to those speakers. Like my ears are practically ringing.
Satchmo SummerFest is also for sponsorships from community organizations.
Oh, snow cones. All right. So I don't rock with meat pies. I could go for some tea. Like a blueberry mint. I'll swing back for that.
How y'all feeling out there?
Hot.
Like someone said a little earlier. Who producing this new record on there? That's one of the songs on there that we actually did a video with that, you know. And in case you didn't hear, I understand, they said when life gives you lessons. Yeah, there you right, there you go. That's right. That's what we do. That's what we do right now. This is a true story, y'all. I don't think I'd have got this like this if I had got anybody else to produce this right. It's really a historical document. This is the history of how the wild chapter 2 was found. Back in the day, back in 1974, she tried to call a meeting, y'all, at the joint called a patio. He said, fellas, it's time for a change. I think about time we started our own damn thing. He said, hey, Papa, right there, I'll be the prettiest in the city. Oh, Papa, right there. Won't be the prettiest in New Orleans. I tell you, be a time ruler. So what we gonna call it? Take a wild chopper tuna. Say to my whole tribe, from right here in the big 13. We gon' be the prettiest in anybody else seen. Singing Papa right there. Gon' be the prettiest in the city. Oh, Papa right there. Gon' be the prettiest in New Orleans. Oh, Papa right there. Gon' be the prettiest in the city. Oh, Papa right there. Gon' be the prettiest in New Orleans. Took the chopper from New York to Mississippi. And everywhere they went, it was wild and pretty. But of those good times, only memories remain. But if you're like me and other people 1-3, you can still hear Johnny say, hey, Papa, right there. I'll be the prettiest in the city. Oh, Papa, right there. I'll be the prettiest in New Orleans. Papa right there. I'll Don't be the prettiest, the city. Oh, hot, so white, baby. Don't be the prettiest in New Orleans. Big T Jelly! Who's Lolly? Big T Jelly! Don't bow, don't go high. Big T Jelly! Uptown food! Wild top of food! Oh, you know how to learn that. Big T Jelly! Time to find it at 18 bar, Big T Jelly!
Y'all make some love for my Uncle Cyril one time, y'all.
Y'all make some love for my nephew, Jamal Allen. If you like what you just heard just now, that's going to be on that new record we're talking about. And we almost finished. We only got one more song to go.
One more song featuring Mr. Kermit Ruffins.
I wasn't going to tell him.
You gotta give him some anticipation. What's up, Ron? You gotta give him some anticipation, man. One more time, y'all make some love for my Uncle Cyril one time, y'all. So look, I'm honored, privileged, blessed.